wire, unscalable fences, and video surveillance. This building in Düsseldorf is a high-security courthouse designed especially for trials of terrorist suspects. It's the scene of one of the highest-profile cases in recent German history. In the dock are 4 young Islamic extremists, and the authorities are determined to set a precedent, one that will also serve as a deterrent.
Since 2000, we've discovered and foiled a number of planned attacks in Germany. There was the planned Strasbourg Christmas market bombing, among other cases. This is the last case to be thwarted so far, so people might wonder whether carrying out these attacks in Germany is worth the risk. But you can never rule out the possibility.
It's been the biggest success so far in Germany's ongoing struggle against homegrown Islamist terrorists. Fritz Gelowitz, Daniel Schneider, and Adam Yilmaz were arrested in September 2007. A 4th man, Attila Selak, was caught shortly afterwards. The men were caught trying to make bombs with hydrogen peroxide. The targets were American Air Force and Army bases in Germany. The security services had been observing the suspects for months, gathering evidence and secretly replacing the dangerous chemicals with water. Then they pounced. 2 years later, the suspects are in court. Fritz Gelowitz is the first to tell the court about the world of jihad, or holy war. For many present, it's the first time they've heard a terrorist talking firsthand about his activities. The account is both fascinating and horrifying, and at times extremely banal.
It's frightening how easy it is to do something like this. It's horrifying. It's not yet clear to me how it came to this. Hopefully the coming confessions will reveal more. How did a German citizen end up in a training camp in Waziristan?
Fritz Gelowitz was the leader of the Sauerland Group. He describes in detail how he came into contact with Islamist radicals, and how he, Adam Yilmaz, and Attila Selak resolved to fight the American presence in Iraq in accordance with this propaganda video. Unable to enter via Turkey or Iran, they went to Pakistan, where they received combat and explosives training with an obscure group called Islamic Jihad Union. Some of the testimony sounds like an adventure story, even if the intended results were more reminiscent of a horror movie.
It was a very unusual group. They were quite crazed, really. If you look at other terrorist attacks in Europe in recent years, the attacks in Madrid and London were carried out much more professionally. These people appeared to have merged a party mentality with a misunderstood interpretation of Islam and concluded they had to engage in terrorism, in the expectation they would be accepted as true Muslims by their fellow believers.
Gelowitz's testimony has left many observers perplexed. Just how dangerous were the suspects, and how great is the risk of similar plans actually succeeding? One thing is alarming: while the men readily confess to their conspiracy, they show no regret. Their lawyer says remorse is a religious issue for them.
I've come to know my client as a devout Muslim. This is an issue he's facing with his God and doesn't talk about. But you can be assured he won't get involved in terrorist activities again.
The group's testimony has shed valuable light on the Islamist scene in Germany. But from now until the end of the year, this custom-built court in Düsseldorf will repeatedly be in the media spotlight, while the accused reveal further details in the politically charged case.